Thank you to today's video sponsor, Skillshare. BTS has some of the highest production music videos, not just in K-pop, but music in general. They're spending millions of dollars. We're talking intricate hand-built sets with every single video. Lots of fire and blowing up stuff, waterfalls and crazy practical effects. That's just in one video. Today, we're recreating some of those scenes. I have a budget of about $150. I asked you guys for some help in finding some scenes that I'm actually able to recreate with the budget that we have. You guys have sent me so many suggestions, but I can't build a set that opens into another set. I mean, I could, but not for $150. I'm not that good with special effects, and I probably can't float right now, but we were able to find 5 scenes that I'm actually able to recreate. Jimin Serendipity. It looks like we're only gonna need a green screen, some curtains, and a balloon, which I have to go get real quick. Let's set up the green screen using some C-stands. I had to buy this backdrop holder for the actual curtains themselves. It's a little janky because it's not the right height. It's like super low. So I put it on top of some boxes to give it that extra height. I should probably read the description a little bit more when I buy things. But we got the curtains on the backdrop holder and we got the green screen up. We're pretty much ready to go, except the curtains have so many wrinkles on them. Luckily, I already have this little steamer, so I was able to get rid of all of those wrinkles and the set was looking pretty good. We're almost there. I just have to match the lighting. He has this really harsh light coming from in front of him because he's in the ocean and it's supposed to be sunlight, so I gotta do that. Now all we have to do is change the green to be an ocean, let go of a balloon, and that's about it. Here's the original, and here's my version. BTS I Need You. This one looks so simple. He's in a black room and it's just a projector, so all we need is a projector. Luckily, I already have this pretty cheap projector left over from a previous project. If you look on Jin's chest, there's a flower opening and I couldn't find that anywhere, so I had to recreate it myself. It was pretty easy. I found a lily blooming time-lapse thing and cut it out and then added some purple behind it and voila, there it is. After that, it was pretty smooth sailing. I just had to find the right place to stand so that the flower was like over my heart, I think. And that's about it. Here's the original and here's my version. Real quick, I want to give a big thank you to today's video sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. Skillshare is a service that I've used to help hone some of my skills, whether it be in editing in Premiere Pro, After Effects, or even camera settings. Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics including photography, film and video, freelance marketing, and many more. I've noticed that a lot of you have connected with me as a filmmaker, and that's something that you're looking at doing too. Video editing can be very intimidating and confusing at first, but I found a class by Jordy Vanderput that would be perfect. It's all about video editing in Premiere Pro for beginners. This class is gonna get you up and running with Premiere Pro because the worst thing in the world is wanting to execute an idea but not being able to translate that idea into a video. So the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description below get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare Premium so you can start exploring your creativity today. Again, thank you so much to Skillshare for making today's video possible. Let's go! BTS Butter. I already had my green screen set up from the Serendipity remake. I did these back to back. The only thing that I really had to do was take down the white curtains and put up yellow curtains instead. I didn't talk about this before, but lighting for the green screen is literally the most important part. You don't want like bright spots or you don't want shadows, you just want green. I have these LED light bars that I'm using and they're pretty nice because they're long, so they work out pretty good for the green screen. That's what I'm trying to say. In the original video, Jimin is at like a press conference or something with all of the microphones at his face. Our budget doesn't allow that. I already had one microphone, so I'm just gonna put my one microphone into the scene. This is the tricky part. The curtains open up behind Jimin, so we have to figure out how to do that. My backdrop holder came with these little clips, so I took those clips and a bungee cable and attached it to the end of the curtains. So now when you pull them, they open. I still needed someone to actually open up both of these curtains, so I stole my mom and my girlfriend to come and help me. We're almost there. The curtains kept getting stuck on these little tabs on the backdrop holder, so I had to tape them down, and after a couple of tries, we finally got it. Here's the original. And here's my version. Singularity. It looks like all we really need is some flowers and some newspaper. I don't know where to get newspaper, so I went on Amazon and I was able to find this wallpaper that looked like newspaper, so I got some of that and some fake flowers to go along with it. Since we're not recreating like the entire room, just this small portion, you can see that V's just kind of sitting there in the corner, so I figured the corner of my office would probably be the best place for this. I've never used wallpaper before. It seemed pretty easy. It's like a big sticker. Go figure. I've never even touched wallpaper. I know it duplicates. I guess that makes sense. I'm just gonna put this up and see how it goes. You'd think 2 rolls of this would be enough, but apparently not. I ran out, and this threw a big wrench in everything, because now I had to wait like another 2 or 3 days before I can keep going. So I guess I'll see you when the rest of my wallpaper comes in. Oh, it's here. This one's a nice thick boy. Hopefully it doesn't run out. If I was smart, I would have measured this stuff beforehand. We got the rest of the wallpaper and now we can finish the wall. Another problem, these fake flowers, they don't really look that good. I'm aiming for a Comic-Con cosplay, not a Spirit Halloween costume. So we're gonna need some real flowers. My girlfriend was nice enough to actually go and grab them for me. We got 2 bouquets of like these purplish roses and some lighter colored ones. Okay, you're gonna put my hand up. You're gonna throw it. We'll go like this, you throw it.
Okay.
So now that we got all of the wallpaper up, the next step is to do all of, oh my God.
I told you.
I'm not too good at decorating. Luckily, my girlfriend is, so I just let her do all of that, and I focused on just the lighting aspect of this video. It looks like all we need is just some blue light and some purple light. You'd think it'd be easy, but I don't know how I overcomplicated this so much. I went a little bit overboard, but I swear it's worth it. Here's the original, and here's my version. Jin Epiphany. Jin is standing in a black void, there's lots of rain, and there's a light above him. Every time I've seen someone recreate their own rain, they pretty much have this long water hose with a whole bunch of holes poked in it. So I need to find one of those. I went to Lowe's and I found something called a soaker hose. I thought it was just a normal hose with a whole bunch of holes poked in it like a sprinkler, but as you'll come to find out, it's not. So we got the rain, now all we need is a black void. But since we're dealing with rain and water, and I don't want to flood my studio. The only thing that I could possibly think of is going outside, so I'm gonna have to wait until it's pitch black outside and just figure out how to do this on my driveway. It's 55 degrees out here. It's also like 10 o'clock. I'm basically about to drench myself in water, so I'm gonna go to 7-Eleven to get a coffee to keep me warm. I guess the next thing to do is to test this out to see like what it even does, because I don't know. I'm scared. What does it do? This really does not do what I thought it was gonna do at all. So I took that same backdrop holder I used for the curtains and I set it up in my driveway. Can you tell that I bought this stand just for this video? My master plan is to use these zip ties to zip tie the other thing on there. Every now and then I just added a zip tie going all the way down. I'm gonna turn this on and see how it looks. And I turn it on and nothing. This hose is not a sprinkler. Obviously the holes in this hose aren't big enough, so what if I just take a razor blade and I just make my own holes? That should work, right? Kinda getting stopped. Yeah, it's not doing anything. It was getting pretty late. It was like 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the morning, and I just wanted to be done. So with nothing to lose, I figured I would see how my hose gun looked. And as it turns out, that's exactly what I needed the entire time. My actual water hose is pretty thick, so I went and grabbed another C-stand and kind of just wedged it in there and got it in place. Oh, and we need the light coming up above me. I went and grabbed another C-stand and those same light bars, put it at a right angle and just launched that thing up there. And that's about it. Here's the original. And here's my version. How do you think I did? I think I did okay. I want to recreate crazier scenes, so I'm gonna need your guys' help to share this video to as many people as possible. Imagine if I was able to recreate that hallway scene where the floor drops from under him. That'd be so cool. So give the video a like and share it with a friend. I want to give a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, specifically Charity, Elizabeth, Jemmy, Kimberly, Lisa, Lucas, Melissa, Miss Heiju, and Victoria. If you want to support the channel and fund the next recreation video, I do have some merchandise in the description below, just like this. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do that, and alright.